Good morning. I'll let some people pop on. I am back. I am back from Iceland, back for a great morning grounding meditation. I'm going to teach you how, when you travel, to come back to your space and ground back in. If you saw my video yesterday, that's what I was doing in my business space, kind of coming back, grounding, and getting myself back in to the space where I work and just kind of settling back into my routine. I had a great first day back. I had some great clients, a full 5 hours of Reiki and tarot and private yoga, which is great. I see people improving with their lives. I give them messages that they need, and it reminds me of why I love to do what I do. So no, I was not tired. I was actually enjoying myself, and it was 4 hours ahead in Iceland, so I'm up early. And I might have fallen asleep at 8 p.m. because it's midnight there, but still gonna take me a little bit to get used to that kind of different schedule. So if I'm a little sleepy early or I don't answer messages early, that's because I'm tired. But I was up at 5 a.m. because, that's like 9 o'clock there. I'm getting myself back on my routine, which is great. I will be in open way today. I have kids yoga tomorrow with the rack. I have Elmore yoga on Thursday. And Friday, we have the free Pride yoga event. Saturday, I have Chateau Winery yoga. So a full week of things coming up. And I'm so excited. I love seeing people and doing things. I'm gearing up for the farmer's market on August 2nd. I'll finally be at a farmer's market. I know it took me half the summer, but I have availability then. I have kayak and yoga coming up at the 31st of July, Thursday, the end of the month. So many things coming up. And then August has a bunch more activities, but definitely I will put my calendar up for the rest of the month to kind of give you an idea of events coming up through July. So if you can pop into one in July, and then I will put August up the 1st of August. So good morning. Good morning. So looking forward to the rest of July and getting some events with all of you guys in there so you guys can come see me and do some yoga and hang out. Well, we're past 6, so let's get started. Whoops, I get chatting. We'll chat a little bit about Iceland. I'll talk a little bit about Iceland while we ground into our space. So kind of wiggle down, get comfortable, taking a breath in and a breath out. Kind of feel the space. When we come back in and we ground into a space, I want you to feel the connection of yourself into the space, where it touches the feet, the legs, your sits bones. Feeling any energy, that connection between the spaces and you. And imagine that connection, either a cord or some roots, connecting yourself into that space again, or plugging it. I like to think of like an electrical plug, kind of charging back in to the space where you are. So just getting that energy boost, that connection, our electrical cord kind of plugged back into the space. Just kind of sit in that energy for a little bit. How does it feel? Does it feel good to be back where you are? Does it feel good to be in your home space? What are the feelings that you get in your space? It's comfort. It's a space that you built, a space that's yours. That feeling that it's yours. It's safe. It's comfortable. And take a couple breaths. Inhaling, expanding the lungs, and exhale, releasing. And as you do this, I'll give you a couple fun facts about Iceland. We had 24 hours of daylight. Yes, there is 24 hours of daylight in Iceland. In the summer, the sun never set. It just dipped down and went right back up. So it never went below the horizon. Take a couple more breaths. Thank goodness for darkening blinds, because we were able to go into our bedrooms and feel that darkness and then go to sleep. So did not have a problem with that. We would be walking around at midnight downtown Reykjavik, and it was just as brighter than it is now. Take a couple more breaths. And do you feel that cord, the roots, whatever it is that you're connected to? Notice how it feels recharged when you're in your space. Almost like a cell phone plugging in, getting more battery life when you're in your space. Feel the recharging as we're connected. Breathing in and breathing out. And I'll tell you a couple more fun facts. Reykjavik is known for their cats. Yes, they have cats everywhere. You can pet cats. They roam free, and they're the community's cats. So like someone may belong to an apartment, or people that live in an apartment in downtown Reykjavik. And then those cats go into the stores and they just kind of cuddle up in the corners or on shelves in the stores, and you're able to pet them, and they always go home. So you kind of go around petting the cats and you talk to them. And there's a few famous ones that live in stores. If you don't like cats, Reykjavik is not a town for you. They are everywhere. Like, you will literally pet cats everywhere. They will be in stores. They will be on top of blankets that people are purchasing. So if you are highly allergic to cats, bring allergy medicine. A couple more breaths. And then let's kind of like stir into our space. We're going to kind of round around, feeling that connection in the base, but you can still add some movement into the upper body, stirring the upper body in circles in one direction as I tell you more Reykjavik facts. Reykjavik does not sell cold or allergy medicine or any kind of medicine in their grocery stores. You have to go to an actual pharmacy. Everything is behind the counter, and you have to ask, how do I know? Because my husband had travel belly, so he got really sick from the water, from traveling, and we had to go get him some medicine for that, and they do not sell that over the counter. You have to go into special pharmacies marked with a cross, and you go in there, and that's how you get over-the-counter medicine. So you can get it, it's just that you have to find special locations. So it was a little bit of a journey to get it, but we got there. A few more stirs this way. The food in Reykjavik, that was the one big concern, right? Is the food not something that we're going to be used to or like? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be something, we won't want to eat the food? We were in a main town, the food was fine. Normal food, cheeseburgers, French fries, lots of fish and chips, if that is your thing. Amazing fish and chips. We had that a couple times. I'm not a huge fish eater here, but there I really liked it. So I had a little bit of a change. So fish and chips and pizza. There's a lot of that around there. And then let's stir the opposite direction. Pause in this direction and start to stir in this direction. Hot dogs. Hot dogs everywhere. It's an easy food for them to use. They use a lot of lamb, and they do have beef cows there. You can have both. They do have some chicken. I didn't see a lot of chickens there. We ate at one really cool place called the Tomato Farm. Of course, it had an Icelandic name. I could not pronounce them. Love Iceland, but everything sounded like the chef from the Muppets, like Gehirbugen. I don't know what they are and how to pronounce them, and I don't want to butcher them. So we ate a farm that was a greenhouse, and they grew their own tomatoes, and everything was made out of tomatoes, which I love because I love tomatoes. So that was super fun. A couple more in this direction. I really enjoyed the tomato farm, and I might put up a couple more pictures later, but I really want to post my events first. I have a couple more things going on in July. I would love you all to attend, so I'll post those, and then maybe some more Reykjavik later. Or if you want to see them, just message me. I'll send you some cool ones, or have any questions. We're going to come back to center. Take a couple more cleansing breaths, remembering that our cord is still connected. So feeling that connection of your roots or that cell phone charger into the earth. And maybe your battery was half full when we started. And maybe we feel about 65% maybe. Feel how it feels to be connected into your space, allowing the energy that you created in your space to recharge you. If your space does not recharge you, it's not your space, right? Your space should be something that you're excited to be in. It should be a space where you feel better when you're in it. You feel relaxed, maybe even sleepy when you're there. Creating a space that's yours and comfortable for you, for your energy, should make you want to lay down. It should make you want to relax, not do work. A couple more breaths. So set that intention sometimes to just connect to a space, even if it's just a room in your home. Allowing yourself to recharge in that space. Feel the connection. Let's take a couple more cleansing breaths. We're going to put one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And just kind of inhale and exhale. Feeling the hands rise and the hands fall. Inhale, feel the chest and the belly. And exhale, sink into your space. Allowing that cord to plug in just a little bit deeper, or those roots to root down just a little bit farther. Maybe you feel like you're buried in sand or mud up past your knees. Pulling you down into the earth, into your space. As you inhale, expand, and exhale, release, opening up the chest, the lungs, the back, the lower back, and the belly. Giving you a full breath instead of those shallow breaths, sometimes being in that autopilot. And as we're recharging and connecting into the space, is there anything that you want to leave? Any frustrations? Anything you're not quite ready to deal with? Or maybe you just want to kind of ignore for a little bit? What do you kind of want to give back to your other space? Allow it to kind of rest here. Maybe bury it just for a little bit. It's something that you can't fix or don't have the energy for right now. I like to think of like burying it like a time capsule, right? You can put things into your space, into the earth. When you're ready, dig it back up. There's no use in trying to fix something or make something work that it's just not the right time for. I buried every little piece of work into my space at work and said, I am not looking at it until I come back to work and I clock in. And I did exactly that. So I have no idea what I'm going to unbury today because I put that out of my mind. That was a future April problem. And she will unbury it today. So take a couple more breaths. Sit in the space. Burying anything that you need to bury. You do not need it right now. Inhale, expanding, and exhale, releasing. We have just a few more moments here. How is your charging of your battery? Do we feel 70% full? Do we feel 65% still? It's okay. It can take some time to recharge. We can be a slow charger, or we can be a fast charger. We all don't have to be the same. And even if you're still right above the red zone of that cell phone charger, sometimes we like to live in that like 25%, right? Not quite in the red zone. We are still good to go. And that's okay if that's where you need to be today. You can always sit and recharge when you're ready. So if today was difficult, maybe you can try tomorrow or the next day or next week, next month, whatever you need. Knowing that this practice is never going to be perfect. I always say, like, oh, I'm striving for a perfect practice. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Perfect practice is not on this side. It is on the spirit side. We are here to learn. So as we take our last couple breaths together, feeling that last bit of connection to our space, I want you to imagine yourself surrounded like an aura of white light. Feeling its warmth, its healing energy. Notice how it feels. Starting at the feet, going around the knees, the legs, and the hips. Coming up the side body, the belly and the back. Going across the arms, the shoulders, the chest, the back, the neck. Going up the chin, all the way to the top of the head. Feeling like a white light or a white bubble is just surrounding you. We're going to create a little bubble of protection. So when we go out of our house, we feel protected today of everyone else's energy. We do not need to fix anyone today. We do not need to worry about someone else. We are worried about ourselves. We can continue to keep this healing bubble around us. That aura energy around us, that healing energy, allowing it to just kind of shield us for the day. As we take our last couple breaths here, we're going to start to unplug from our space. So either unplugging your cord, allowing your roots to come back up, keeping that little healing bubble or shield or aura around you. And this is what's going to continue to keep you charged throughout the day. When we feel that battery start to drain, know that you can plug in whenever you want. Or remember that bubble. Focus on it and recharge. And as we close this out, I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about Iceland. So I want you to know, if you ever want to travel, it is completely safe to travel. They do not lock their doors, their cars, anything like that. It is the safest country in the world. You never have to worry about anything but speeding tickets. That is the only thing they are super strict about. Do not speed. They will pull you over. We did not get pulled over, thank goodness. We saw some people, but it was not us. It is the safest country in the world. It was awesome to feel, not to be worried, especially with things going on here. So we were very safe. Yes, we did have a volcano erupt when we were there. It did not affect us. We were about 25 minutes away, but cool to be there during a volcano eruption. Just a little smoke is all we saw. So as we close back out, I want you to know that if we want to feel safe around here, we create our bubble, we recharge. We don't need to escape to a space to feel safe. Create that safe within your heart, within your soul. And as I close out, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I thank you so much for enjoying my journey in life and tuning in to me. If you have any questions, let me know or schedule an appointment. I'm booking for August now, and I'd love to chat with you, do a reading or a Reiki session to connect you with some loved ones that have passed on, or just give you some messages of energy healing. So I'm April with Witchy Vibes. I hope you have a great week, and I will check in on you next week. Thank you so much. I hope you recharge and you are ready for the week. And if you have any questions, shoot me a message and I'll put up how to book. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.